This is TWiT.
This is the Polk command bar. This is a sound bar. If you watched my smart home tour, then you know my house was sorely missing a sound bar for great sound. And so Polk sent us this sound bar for review. It's called the command bar. And it is not quite as expensive as a HomePod, and neither is it as expensive as Sonos. And some might argue that it is not as good. And if you're looking at it, you can see it's $300 right now on Amazon. If you're looking at it, it looks like an Echo Dot has been dropped right there in the middle, that circle there. It's not an Echo Dot. It's not a sound bar with a hole for your Echo Dot, but it does have Amazon in it, as you can see when I said her name. As many third-party devices, you can't change the name. You can't change the wake word, so we're going to have to say the wake word, and hopefully we'll mute it out if you're downloading this, if you're not watching live. So I could say, play Believer.
Here's Believer by Imagine Dragons on Amazon Music.
Whoa, that's a shaky table.
So it has a subwoofer here, this giganto thing, and I wish you could feel it.
Well, if you put it on the floor, I could imagine you could.
Yes. And, well, I know you could feel it. I wish you guys out there could.
Stop playing.
So if you have played
it heard
music,
me.
yeah, it did hear you. If you've played music with any of these smart devices, you know that when you have it turned up loud, you're often screaming and it doesn't hear you. This one comes with a remote, which is nice.
Oh, that's good.
You can just press the
we were,
button.
I mean, admittedly, we did have a couple of issues getting it to quiet down after having it play at max volume. But I guess it's good to know that it works. Mm-hmm. It gets loud.
So let me tell you what it comes with. It comes with an HDMI connector for your TV. If you have that port, if you have just the optical port, if you have a little bit of an older TV, it comes with that setup as well.
Nice.
It's really easy to set up. There's a hole in the back for an Amazon Fire TV, if that's what you use, and you can just hook that right up there. If you know sound, if you're familiar with sound, you're familiar with Polk. They've been around forever. John was telling me about his Polk speakers that he had back in the 70s, back in the day. So they are a trusted brand. I know music aficionados say, oh, that doesn't sound as good as the Sonos, but I think it sounds just fine.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting that there are soundbars out there with the Google Assistant built in from Vizio and JBL right now. They're slowly trickling into the market. So if Amazon's not your thing, there's always a Google alternative. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there'll be plenty more by the time the holiday comes rolling around.
Yeah, so I think that this is a good buy, especially if you are fully into the Amazon ecosystem and you like to use it. You can do so. You can't do.
Ecosystem means a system formed by the interaction of a community of organisms with their physical environment.
You could ask questions as she just displayed. She could be listening to you. It could be listening to you when you don't want it to be listening to you. All those things. But yeah, I think it's $100 less than the Sonos Beam, which is their soundbar. So you can make that decision yourself.